Hey, so this video was hinted at in that Alexander Dugin video, but it's something that I've been thinking about a little bit. Anarcho-communism. Now, in order to rethink anarcho-communism, you need to first understand what anarcho-communism is. Now, if you ask an anarcho-communist what book to read to learn more about anarcho-communism, they will usually point you towards The Conquest of Bread by Peter Kropotkin. This is allegedly the founding document of anarcho-communism. Now, there was an audiobook of it for free on YouTube. I'm not sure if there still is. There probably is, though. And I went through that audiobook. Now, basically what this book is a call to remove all existing structures and then do nothing, because there is an underlying belief that communism is the natural state of mankind. What Kropotkin does in the book is declare that we should remove all existing structures, and then he doesn't say that we do anything. He just says that everything will fall into place, and he describes what this falling into place looks like. Now, this is all fine and dandy so long as human nature is actually geared towards communism, which it's not. Humans are highly competitive creatures, and any time that there is a difference in skill level, there will be hierarchy that forms. So this idea just won't work on a large scale. You need to actually do something in order to achieve the communist utopia. So let's take a look at the words here: anarchy and communism. The left defines anarchy as the absence of hierarchy, and they define communism as a stateless, classless society. Now, these are not actually the definitions. The actual definition of anarchy is lack of rulers. It is anarchy. It is no rulers. And communism is more complicated than just a stateless, classless society. Communism is, for lack of a better explanation, it is an extreme form of democracy that we could label panarchy, or rule by all, alongside the collective ownership of the means of production. So these two things are actually at odds. You can't have no rulers and everyone be a ruler at the same time. Or maybe you can. In order to explain this, we need to turn to Hoppe. Hans Hermann Hoppe is actually an anarcho-capitalist. He is most famous for a statement that once anarchy has been achieved, all the leftists would need to be physically removed from society. Now, assuming that they aren't exterminated, assuming that they are simply excommunicated, expelled from the society and not violently purged, which, let's be honest, capitalists aren't really the kind to violently purge people. That's communists. These leftists would be left in an area that does not have a state, does not have a government, and they are now left to their own devices to reform society as they choose. Now, there are basically two kinds of leftists. There are those that desire a state, let's call them Stalinists, and there are those who desire no state, the anarcho-communists. So in this state of being where you are outside of society, you have no state, and you have to reform society. Let's assume that these leftists are both intelligent enough and peaceful enough to self-segregate. They confederate, if you will. The statists go in one direction and take up one region, and the anarchists take up another region. The anarchists can form voluntary collectives. They can form communes where they can live in peace. And anyone who, and let's hope that they are peaceful enough to simply expel anyone who does not conform. That the non-conforming person can then go either to the statist region or all the way back to the capitalist region. This would be a much more effective way of establishing communism, I would think. And it's strange that communism, in an actual functioning manner, can only be achieved under capitalism. In fact, there's more to it than just what I've described. There is the necessity of starting capital. You need capital before you can have a commune. There simply is no way of operating around that, operating without that necessity. So, essentially, Hoppianism, Hoppian anarchy, which is considered to be the most anti-leftist form of anarcho-capitalism that there is, would actually serve to establish the communist utopia. And this is almost paradoxical, but that's the way that I think things would happen. Anyway, let me know what you think. Please leave your thoughts below in the comments. Thank you for watching. Peace.